Did you know that drinking water at the wrong time might be the real reason you're waking up at 2 or 3 a.m., even when your bladder isn't actually full? It might seem like a small issue, but for many respected elders, this quiet habit has turned restful sleep into a nightly challenge. You lie down after a long day, hoping to unwind, but just as your body begins to settle, the urge comes back. Again and again, your mind feels exhausted, your legs feel heavy, and by the time morning arrives, even your regular hot cup of chai no longer feels as refreshing as it once did. But there's good news. A better approach exists. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to hydrate the right way based on advice from expert urologists so you can enjoy uninterrupted nights of sleep. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this from, and what time is it for you right now? Drop a comment below. Even a small glimpse into your day means a lot to me. And if you find this content useful, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next simple tip that can improve your daily life. You've probably noticed that waking up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. feels like a rude invitation you never asked for. You lie down after dinner ready for rest, but your bladder insists on making you its personal alarm clock. It doesn't matter if you've barely had a sip of water in the last hour. You find yourself shuffling to the bathroom, sleepy mind trying to negotiate with the stubborn body. This repeated disturbance wears you down. Your legs feel heavy, your thoughts sluggish, and by morning, even the promise of a hot cup of chai can't bring back the freshness you crave. What makes this worse is the cycle it creates. You wake up groggy, splash cold water on your face, trudge back to bed, and then struggle to fall asleep again because your mind has kicked into overdrive. Your heart rate is up, your body is alert, and before you know it, an hour has passed. This pattern can repeat 2 or 3 times each night. Over weeks and months, the sleep debt piles up. You feel tired all day, your memory feels foggy, and small tasks that used to be easy now seem like big challenges. Nearly 70% of adults over 60 report waking at least once nightly to urinate. Many assume this is simply part of getting older, that once you cross a certain age, nightly bathroom trips are inevitable. But it isn't just age. It's a combination of factors rooted in how our bodies handle fluids and adjust to changes in hormones and organ function over time. Drinking water at the wrong times amplifies these changes, turning a small habit into a full-blown struggle for rest. Understanding why this happens is the first step toward ending the midnight alarm. At the heart of the issue is timing. Most of us learned early on that staying hydrated means drinking whenever you feel like it, including late at night if you're thirsty. And for most of our lives, this worked fine. Our bodies produced hormones that regulated urine production, and our kidneys and bladder were responsive but not overreactive. But decades of conditioning, dinner with drinks, evening tea, or a comforting glass of water before bed means we continue those habits even as our bodies change. By learning how and when to adjust this timing, we can stop the rude interruptions and reclaim genuine restorative sleep. The vasopressin shift. Let's dive into vasopressin, which plays a huge role in restful sleep. Produced in the brain's hypothalamus and released by the pituitary gland, vasopressin tells your kidneys, hey, slow down on that urine production, let's give the bladder a break. In younger adults, vasopressin levels climb in the evening, peak during sleep, then taper off by morning. This pattern ensures that your kidneys conserve fluid, reducing urine output by up to 70% at night compared to daytime. As we age, this evening surge of vasopressin decreases. Studies show that after about age 55, the amplitude of vasopressin release at night can drop by as much as 20%. With less vasopressin in the bloodstream, the kidneys don't get the slow down message as strongly. They continue filtering fluids at near daytime rates, sending more urine down the line even while you sleep. Reduced vasopressin isn't a disease, it's a natural shift in hormone regulation. Still, it has a big impact on sleep quality. You might not notice the drop in hormone levels directly, but you feel its effects every time you wake with an urgent need to empty your bladder. The good news is you can work with this hormonal change rather than fight it. By adjusting when you drink, you give your kidneys a chance to filter the bulk of your fluid intake while vasopressin levels remain higher. That way, as vasopressin dips later in the night, there's simply less liquid left to process, so fewer bathroom trips. One practical approach is to aim for at least 60% of your daily fluid intake before late afternoon. Sip water steadily throughout the morning and early afternoon, rather than downing glasses sporadically. When evening arrives, taper off. A small glass around 6 o'clock p.m. is fine, but avoid large volumes after 7 o'clock p.m. This timing aligns fluid intake with your body's natural hormone rhythms, letting vasopressin do its job more effectively. The dinner time fluid trap. In many Asian countries, dinners often come with steaming bowls of rasam, clear soup, or thin dal. These watery dishes taste light and soothing, but think of them as stealth fluids. Each spoonful adds to your hydration count just like a glass of water. When you eat these dishes close to bedtime, you're effectively sipping water until the moment you lie down to sleep. Then there's the beloved ritual of evening chai or haldi milk. A cup of warm masala chai at 9 or 12 p.m. feels comforting, but that tea is nearly entirely water with a dash of spices. Even if you limit yourself to 1 cup, that's 200 to 250 milliliters of fluid right before bed. Has that chai really helped you sleep, or has it nudged your bladder into action just a few hours later? Switching when you enjoy these delights is simple but powerful. Move rasam or soup to lunch or mid-afternoon snack time. Reserve dinner for solid foods that don't contribute big fluid loads, steamed vegetables, lean protein, light grains. If you crave something comforting after dinner, try a small piece of fresh ginger or a light snack like half a banana. The sense of satisfaction is there, but without the stealth hydration. For chai lovers, experiment with decaf herbal tea earlier in the evening, around 5:30 p.m. Sip slowly and savor the aroma. Then let the comfort linger as you wind down without the risk of late-night urges. Over time, your bladder will adjust to fewer surprises and you'll reclaim those uninterrupted hours of rest. Overtraining the bladder. You might think an extra toilet trip before bed is a smart move. Empty the tank, sleep uninterrupted. But this just-in-case visit can backfire. Forcing your nearly empty bladder to drain sends a message to the nerves that fullness means time to go, even at very low volumes. Over weeks, the bladder gets retrained to signal urgency when it's only 1/3 full rather than 2/3. This change in nerve sensitivity is called bladder overtraining. Overtrained bladders send false alarms. You wake up for a tiny amount of urine, sometimes less than 100 milliliters, because your nerves have learned that any volume warrants evacuation. It feels urgent even though it isn't. To reverse this, you need to retrain your bladder. The goal is to ignore the false alarms and respond only to genuine fullness. Here's how. When you feel the urge at night, pause before you get up. Take 3 to 5 deep breaths, relax your pelvic muscles and give it a minute. If the urge subsides, great. Stay in bed and let the bladder nerves know that low volumes don't require action. If the urge persists after a minute or two, then make your way to the bathroom. This process takes patience. Initially, you may still wake up and feel the need to go, but if you stay calm and wait, you'll find the signal fades. Over a few weeks, your bladder will recalibrate. It will recognize true fullness and remain quiet for the smaller amounts, so you sleep longer stretches. Temperature matters. Cold water from the fridge feels refreshing, especially on hot days, but it can irritate the bladder lining. Chilled fluids can cause brief contractions of the bladder muscle, making the nerves more likely to fire and signal urgency. Older adults whose urinary tracts are already more sensitive may find this effect amplified. Switching to room temperature or slightly warmed water in the evening reduces the risk of bladder irritation. A small steel glass of lukewarm water at 6 o'clock p.m. is much gentler than a chilled glass at bedtime. The warmed fluid moves more smoothly through your system, giving your kidneys a chance to process it without the shiver-triggered contractions. If plain lukewarm water feels bland, add a slice of lemon or a sprig of mint. These small additions offer flavor without compromising bladder comfort. Over time, your bladder learns there's no reason to overreact and you enjoy quieter nights. Coordinating with medication. Many elders take one or more medications after dinner: blood pressure pills, diabetes drugs, or joint pain tablets. Conventionally, these come with a full glass of water to ensure the pill goes down smoothly, but that glass may add more fluid than you realize, tipping your hydration into the danger zone. Talk with your doctor about adjusting the timing of medications where possible. If a pill doesn't strictly need to be taken after dinner, see if it can be moved to midday when more of your fluid load belongs. If you must take a tablet at night, use just enough water to swallow, perhaps 30 mL instead of 200 mL. Then pause before deciding if you need more. This coordination doesn't compromise your treatment. It simply acknowledges that every drop counts. By being mindful of how much water you use to take pills, you keep your overall intake balanced and limit the risk of late-night surprises. Timing watery foods. We touched on salmon soups, but fruits and vegetables deserve attention too. Raw cucumber, tomato slices, watermelon, and orange juice are wonderfully hydrating, but after sunset, they can spell trouble. Their high water content and natural acids increase bladder sensitivity, sending urgent signals sooner than you'd expect. Enjoy these foods in the first half of the day. Make them part of breakfast or lunch. If you crave a salad, have it at midday. For snacks, choose apples, bananas, or a handful of nuts in the evening instead. These options satisfy hunger and contribute minimal extra fluid. You don't have to eliminate these healthy items. You simply need to schedule them wisely. That way, your bladder isn't left dealing with stealth fluids when it's supposed to be resting. Optimizing sleep posture and environment. Your sleeping position and environment influence how fluid moves through your body. Many elders sleep on their backs with high pillows or firm mattresses. During the day, fluid pools in the legs. At night, when you lie flat, that fluid returns to the bloodstream, travels to the heart, and gets filtered by the kidneys just when you're trying to sleep. Sleeping on your left side with a soft pillow under your head and another between your knees helps. This posture eases pressure on organs, improves digestion, and reduces fluid redistribution. Over time, fewer fluids make it to your kidneys at night, leading to fewer urges. Also, heavy blankets and thick pajamas trap heat, causing sweating, thirst, and increased kidney activity. Keep your room airy with a light sheet and a fan. Choose breathable cotton sleepwear. This stable, moderate temperature signals your body that it's time to rest, not to sweat and trigger thirst. Combined with fluid timing, these adjustments create an environment where your body can confidently enter deep, uninterrupted sleep. Morning movement and evening calm. After 60, circulation slows and fluid collects in the lower legs during the day. When you lie down, gravity no longer holds it back, so it moves to the torso, heart, and kidneys. A quick morning walk in the sunshine encourages that pooled fluid to return to circulation and get processed early. Light leg lifts or ankle rotations while seated also help push fluid out of your legs. In the evening, 5 minutes of deep, rhythmic breathing calms your nervous system. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts, then exhale through the mouth for 6 counts. This practice not only reduces false bladder signals, but also eases you into a relaxed state, primed for sleep. Adding a gentle clockwise massage to the lower belly for 2 minutes can further soothe bladder nerves. These small rituals, performed consistently, signal to your body that day's active phase is ending and restful night is beginning. Drinking smarter, not less. Mindset changes bring all these pieces together. Broken sleep isn't an inevitable sign of age. It's a message that your habits need gentle tweaking. Instead of avoiding fluids entirely, learn to drink at the right times. Aim for 60–70% of your fluid intake between 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. Taper down from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and limit any post-7 p.m. intake to a single small glass. Coordinate medication sips, switch to room temperature water, and move watery dishes and fruits to daytime meals. Retrain your bladder by waiting through minor urges, adjust sleep posture to your left side, and keep your sleep environment cool and calm. Introduce morning walks and evening breathing to manage fluid distribution and nervous system signals. These changes aren't restrictive, they're respectful of your body's evolving needs. You'll find that nights become quieter, mornings more refreshing, and days more energetic. Now it's your turn. Try one change tonight, perhaps swapping your 9 p.m. chai for a 5:30 p.m. cup of decaf herbal tea. Notice how your sleep responds over a week. Share where you're watching from and what time it is in the comments. Your small shift could inspire someone else to restore peaceful sleep, one glass at a time. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next simple, life-changing tip. Remember, it's not about drinking less, it's about drinking smarter. Long-term health benefits of smart hydration. When you align your drinking schedule with your body's natural rhythms, you not only sleep better at night, but also protect your overall health. Proper timing of fluid intake helps maintain optimal blood pressure by reducing undue strain on kidneys when they're naturally winding down for rest. Over months, this practice can lower the risk of hypertension-related complications. Consistent hydration earlier in the day supports kidney function, preventing buildup of waste products that can lead to chronic kidney disease. By giving your kidneys ample time to filter fluids before evening, you reduce the likelihood of stone formation and urinary tract infections, two common issues in older adults. Beyond the urinary system, well-timed hydration aids digestion. Drinking water with meals helps break down food and absorb nutrients, while avoiding large fluid loads at night prevents dilution of digestive juices during rest. This balance can ease symptoms of indigestion and bloating, making meals more comfortable and nighttime sleep deeper. Regular, timely water intake also benefits cardiovascular health. Adequate hydration throughout the day supports steady blood volume, reducing the workload on the heart. In contrast, large, late-evening fluid surges can momentarily increase blood volume and pressure when you're lying down, potentially triggering arrhythmias or discomfort. Over time, these small shifts accumulate. You'll notice more energy during the day, fewer aches, and a stronger sense of well-being. Morning walks, healthy meals, and fluid timing become part of a holistic routine that sustains physical health and mental clarity well into later years. By viewing water not just as something to drink, but as a tool to support your body's daily cycle, you invest in long-term resilience. This isn't about restriction, it's about harmony, letting each system do its work at the right time so you can enjoy peaceful nights, active days, and the freedom to make the most of each moment. Troubleshooting and common misconceptions. Even with the best intentions, you may still face occasional hurdles. One common misconception is that drinking less in the evening leads to dehydration. In reality, if you've maintained consistent intake during the day, your body remains well hydrated through the evening and night. Thirst at night often comes from overheating or spicy meals, not lack of water. Another issue arises when illness or medication side effects alter fluid needs. Diuretics for blood pressure, certain heart medications, or diabetes treatments may increase urine production. If you're on these drugs, work with your doctor to find the right balance of timing and dosage. Slight adjustments, like taking diuretics earlier in the afternoon, can make a big difference without compromising treatment. Travel and climate can also pose challenges. In hot, humid weather, you naturally sweat more, and on cold nights, your mouth may feel dry. In these cases, monitor your intake carefully. Use small sips of water to match increased losses, but keep the same timing principle. Drink more during daylight hours and taper off well before bedtime. Some worry that timed hydration means ignoring genuine nighttime thirst. If you truly feel dehydrated at night, dry mouth, headache, or dizziness, take small sips until you feel comfortable. The goal is gradual intake, not gulping. A few thoughtful sips won't ruin your sleep and will satisfy true needs without overwhelming your bladder. Building sustainable hydration habits. Creating lasting change means turning these strategies into everyday routines. Start by setting reminders on your phone or watch. A gentle alarm at 6 o'clock a.m. can prompt your first glass of water. Follow with reminders at 9 o'clock a.m., 12 o'clock p.m., and 3 o'clock p.m. This schedule ensures you hit 60–70% of your fluid goal before late afternoon. Use visual cues too. Keep a filled steel glass on your kitchen counter for morning sips and remove it by 5 o'clock p.m. Replace it with a smaller cup in the evening. The sight of your usual glass disappears, reducing the temptation for large nighttime drinks. Consider a simple tracking chart in your diary. Mark glasses consumed in each time block. Seeing progress on paper motivates you to stay on course. Over weeks, these actions become second nature. Involve family or friends. Share your plan with a neighbor or relative. Perhaps you both take morning walks and enjoy water together at set times. Social support reinforces new habits, making it easier and more enjoyable to keep going. Technology can help too. Apps designed for seniors offer large fonts and easy interfaces. Some send gentle reminders and allow quick logging of intake. Others integrate with wearable devices to adjust timing based on your activity level and heart rate. Now, start today, set that first reminder, fill your morning glass, and take a mindful sip. Each thoughtful gulp brings you closer to uninterrupted rest and a healthier, happier you. Thank you for watching, and I hope this simple tip helps you sleep better tonight. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more helpful videos like this.